Right now, the hedge fund world stands at a silent crossroads. An invisible shift is happening beneath the radar, one that could change everything you thought investing meant. It's brutal out there. The pressure to deliver returns isn't just relentless, it's crushing. It pushes many to repeat tired old patterns, squeezing every last drop of profit from markets without thinking about the aftermath. But what if there was a better way? A path that doesn't just chase money, but taps into something deeper, something transformative. The truth is, hedge funds might be quietly moving towards social impact, not because it's trendy, or because some PR strategist told them to, but because the old game is broken, and those who refuse to break free from it risk being left behind in a dusty corner of obsolescence. Every day, investors feel the weight of systemic failure, a world that promises opportunities yet remains trapped under layers of inequality, environmental destruction, and social unrest. You know this because you live it. Watching returns come in while the planet burns, or as communities crumble, creates a gnawing sense of conflict. How can success taste sweet when so many around us are paying a brutal price? You're not alone in that feeling. Many leaders and professionals face this silent tension, the nagging question: how to align fierce profit hunger with a need for positive change? It's like running a marathon while someone keeps pushing you backward, exhausting, infuriating, and isolating. But here's the thing: this tension, this discomfort, is what's about to fuel an evolution. At the edges of hedge fund strategy, a new breed of investors is emerging. They're not satisfied with playing it safe, tapping the usual sectors, or chasing short-term market flares. They're restless. They crave meaning. They crave impact. They understand that capital holds tremendous power. Power not only to grow wealth, but to reshape realities, rewrite stories, and rebuild our future. This isn't about charity or ticking corporate social responsibility boxes. This is about flipping the entire narrative of finance, where profits and purpose no longer stand in opposition, but fuel each other in a relentless cycle of growth and transformation. Some may say this is risky. Deviating from the well-worn path means facing skeptics, doubters, and critics who cling to the old rules like a lifeline. But listen closely. Those rules are chains disguised as comfort. They stifle creativity and entrap brilliance in mediocrity. The biggest breakthroughs, the seismic shifts, happen when a few daring individuals step off the beaten path, when they burn their old maps and chart courses toward new horizons. Hedge funds embracing social impact are those who refuse to bow down to outdated systems. They are rewriting what it means to generate alpha by combining financial rigor with ruthless commitment to real-world problems. The playing field is changing. Traditional metrics of success are starting to crack. Investors increasingly demand transparency, accountability, and genuine change. Communities want more than promises. They want measurable impact. The planet cries out for solutions that don't just bandage wounds, but heal at the roots. Those who ignore this shift risk being sidelined by a wave of new paradigms, where capital is judged not just by dollars returned, but by lives lifted, environments restored, and futures secured. So, what does this shift towards social impact actually mean for hedge funds? It means rethinking everything. Every decision, every investment thesis, every risk assessment must incorporate far more than numbers on a spreadsheet. It demands a balance of fierce pragmatism with bold vision. This is not philanthropy disguised as finance. It's the next stage of intelligence for capital allocation. Imagine portfolios engineered to anticipate long-term ecological sustainability, social equity, and economic resilience, not as side projects, but as the core drivers of value creation. This is the frontier where true innovation lives, where hedge funds break the cycle of mere extraction and begin building legacies that matter beyond profits. Getting there requires more than just desire. It demands a relentless new discipline, the ability to question everything, every assumption about markets, about what investing means, about the role of money in society. It requires shedding old identities, the comfort zones of safe bets and industry norms. Only by being critically selective about who to align with, which sectors to touch, and what values to embed in your strategy, can hedge funds claim their space at this new table. Trust in the few who burn as you do, who share the hunger to redefine reality through capital. And here's a brutal truth to face: the systems in place today were never built to support the exceptional. They reward conformity and punish risk-takers, the radical dreamers who dare to unlock new ways of being. But the world you want to create depends on those very individuals, the rare visionaries who refuse to settle for comfortable illusions and instead strive to shatter the status quo with fire and clarity. This isn't a jolt to surface-level engagement, but a deeply rooted calling to embody transformation. Hedge funds are not stepping into social impact as a trend, but as a necessity, to survive, to thrive, and to unleash potential long suffocated by complacency. The road won't be easy. It requires patience that's almost militant, a willingness to play the long game, knowing that real, meaningful change takes time. It calls for sovereignty over your decisions. Your will must become your sharpest weapon. You won't get instant applause or wide acceptance. You'll face resistance from those invested in old stories and easy profits. But in that resistance lies your greatest power, that raw, unfiltered desire to disrupt and create anew. The potential is staggering. By investing with social impact in mind, hedge funds can become architects of resilience, building ecosystems where capital flows toward regeneration, where ideas catalyze scalable change, where innovation is measured not only in returns, but in restoring dignity and opportunity. It's about uniting brilliant minds across sectors and borders, forging connections where rare brilliance meets fierce collaboration, a world where diversity of thought and deep complementarity form the backbone of powerful, lasting networks. Make no mistake, this isn't about chasing belonging or consensus. It's about crafting a new becoming, a transformation that demands you shed all that no longer serves and embrace a radical new identity. The investor as a creator of futures, as a warrior for the unleashing of potential, as a rare link in a chain that can reshape the course of history. This is your call to be more than a cog in the machine, to be sovereign, to wield your capital as a weapon with surgical precision to cut through decay and build what's next. The shift towards social impact in hedge funds is not just a possibility, it's already happening, and it's relentless. It's fueled by those who are done waiting, those who refuse to be boxed in by convenience or conformity, those who burn brighter because they understand the stakes are nothing less than the future of humanity and the planet. This is no passing phase. It's the emergence of a new era where financial power meets purpose with ferocity and grace. If you're feeling that electric tension inside, the quiet roar that tells you sitting on the sidelines is no longer an option, then this movement is your invitation. Step into the space where the system ends and something truly extraordinary begins. Don't settle for fleeting wins or hollow promises. Reach for change so deep it shakes the very foundations of what you thought investing meant. The world needs those willing to be critical, patient, selective, and transformative. Hedge funds embracing social impact are leading the charge to a future where capital isn't the problem but the solution, where the rare find each other and together become unstoppable. The time to act is now. Not because it's easy, but because nothing valuable ever is. Embrace uncertainty as your ally. Question everything relentlessly. Align only with those who share your fire. Play the long game with ruthless patience. Be sovereign in your will. Because in the fire of that transformation, a future worth investing in and a world worth living in awaits to be built. Every second you hesitate, others are already forging new paths, rewriting the rules, and creating legacies that will outlast them all. This is not just hedge funds moving towards social impact. This is hedge funds redefining the very essence of power, leadership, and success in a world desperate for change. An evolution born from frustration and fury, tempered by vision and valor. The question is no longer if, but how fast, how fiercely, and how far you're willing to go. Don't let this moment pass quietly into history unnoticed. Be the spark that ignites the fire. The world is waiting.